Hi guys, let's rank David Copperfield, the world's greatest magician, from his worst to his best magic show. 17 to number 1. Let's go guys! This is the top sort of 17 listed of these shows. Number 17 of my list of this amazing stuff is Copperfield and One Show. 1979, of course, the very first show he did. 78 it was. An amazing magic show with Orson Welles. That's probably probably in a way his worst show, but also a great magic show in its own right. Just an amazing tricks in it, including showing off his skills as a magician, of course. With cards and stuff and that, and also an amazing version of Levitating Girl. That was number 17 on my list. Is the very first show from 1978 it was, actually, I think it was. Extraordinary, isn't it, going back all those years, isn't it? About 1978 or so. Copperfield exhibiting his amazing magic skills as a great magician. I think he was even about 20 years old, wasn't he? 20 odd years old was he at the time? So very young indeed when he was doing this particular show. So number 16 on my list of this is the Familiaris. It's the 16th, I'd say, best show Copperfield's. And it includes amazing set of illusions, okay, including this amazing interactive illusion. We interact with a television screen, and it pops in and out of the screen, okay. It's an amazing illusion. At the end of it, produces an elephant. Also, this show was great because it had a great trick at the end where he does a sequence where he has his little son and a son and the father kind of reconnecting. An amazing sequence of magic again. I think it's including levitation doing it. But this is a lovely show from about 1985, okay, the year of Back to the Future. It's a lovely bit of magic in this show. I think there's also a very clever routine he does with a duck where he gets a duck to pick a card, webs the duck. So this is an extraordinary magic show from 1985. This is my 16th favourite of his shows, actually. And I just love the opening illusion with the interactive with the television screen. He's pulled it out of the TV screen. Look at the guy comes in and out of the TV screen and even pushes the can on his head. But it's a really great magic show. And okay, it's often viewed as one of the less good shows of David Copperfield, but it's also a very entertaining magic show. And I do really enjoy it. And just check out this amazing illusion start of the show. This was before he was back to prep for his China show back in 1986. So this is a great magic show. And just the opening illusion alone as it is an amazing piece of magic with the elephant production. So I can't show the whole show, but it's well worth it just for the opening 10 minutes of magic. And it was quite groundbreaking, the interactive TV trick at the beginning of this show. So that's Familiaris, 1985, the 16th best show Copperfield, okay. Number 15 on my list, Copperfield's number 3rd show from 1980. This is the one that I think had Jack Clubberman in it, doesn't it? Jack Clubberman was in the show. This is an incredible show. 1980 or so. This is Copperfield, very early Copperfield. He was about 21 years old, 22 years old. And he floated levitated a Ferrari in the show. You might remember it very well indeed from 1980 or so. I was about 10 years old when this was shown. Copperfield levitates a Ferrari at the beginning of the show. Also, there's Lincoln Rings in it. Very wonderful Lincoln Rings. Just go and check the show out on YouTube. Lincoln Rings is sensational. Also, he does another routine, I think, at the end where he pretends to be James Bond. But there's some good magic on this show. I love the James Bond sequence, the floating car, the amazing Lincoln Rings in the show. It sticks to the mind, actually, and very entertaining with Jack Klugman on the show as well, guys. But the best thing on the show by far, apart from Lincoln Rings routine, is the super floating car, which is just absolutely terrific in the show. And the car floats and vanishes in front of the audience stage. It was invented by John Gorn. I don't know if he's still alive, actually. And Copperfield's got such panache, a very young man in his white suit dancing around the stage. And again, this is an amazing exhibition of his beautiful body language and dancing movement skills as well. Copperfield really was a great mover and dancer on the stage. And that, combined with magic, and his ability with magic, kind of made him a really great magician above the street level of magic. He was just a great performer of magic. And this is a great illusion. Number 14 is the Fire of Passion show from about 1993. This is the superb show in which he escaped from a burning rope upside down. The Houdini escape at the illusion of the show. This illusion here is the beautiful girl dancing routine. This is where the girl appears like a mirage behind the red curtain and she dances around, disappears. It's a terrific piece of magic, this actually, with the girl dancing like a ghost around the stage, performing to the music of George Michael, remember that? And the staging and lighting in this was terrific. Body language was terrific. The illusion at the end, the escape from the burning rope. Just check the show out, guys. Go on YouTube, check out Fires of Passion. Amazing escape. Real Houdini style. It was actually invented and created by Alan Allen, actually. He was a little Houdini. I knew Alan Allen very well. He advised on this TV show. And the escape from the burning rope at the end is a sensation, very dangerous too. And Copperfield's illusions, I think, on this include, superb cocoon illusion, isn't it? Where he changed the place to girl like cocoon illusion. But this magic show is exotic and beautiful magic show. It's Fires of Passion. Check it out on YouTube. Just go and put in Fires of Passion. You'll see a superb magic show from about 1993 or so. And it's really beautiful stuff. I think the vanishing girl sequence is the best trick in the show, with a girl like a ghost in the red dress, red kind of sheet, levitates up in the end, disappears up in the air. And I think this is one of the most beautiful, elegant pieces of magic ever performed. I think Copperfield thought this is his favourite trick, actually, but ever performed, actually. And it's on there. So check out Fires of Passion show, number 14 on my list of top Copperfield shows. I'm going from number 17 to number 1. So what are the best magic shows of Copperfield? I mean, it's quite extraordinary. And I love that illusion. Number 13, is Niagara Falls special from 1990 or so. This is now 35 years old. Copperfield, began the show by vanishing a motorcycle, as you can see on the screen. Vanishes a motorcycle. It's a great version. He also does an extraordinary piece of magic. He vanishes a TV camera. This is a good show. It wasn't his best show. It was a really good show. At the end of it, he gets in a barrel and is dropped in a kind of coffin barrel thing over Niagara Falls. At the end of the show, as you'll get the show, just Google the show, and Dave Copperfield, Niagara Falls Challenge. He literally goes over Niagara Falls at the end. It's a great show. Vanishing camera is on it. The vanishing motorcycle's on it. I think he walks through a mirror on it. He vanishes a girl's ring on it. I remember the show really well, actually. He also does a very good version of cutting his assistant in about 9 pieces, the multiple 9 cut illusion called multi-fit illusion, which is the best thing on the show, done to kind of a Latino dance kind of a piece of magic. Check it out, Copperfield. Number 12, it was Niagara Falls show, it was called, actually. And it's a wonderful magic show that comes in on my list here at number 13. I do love the show. It wasn't his best show. It was a really great magic show. I must admit, I really do love the show. I love the motorcycle bit at the beginning when he vanishes and appears in the audience. And he just really loves it. Copperfield was lapping up. He was in the leather gear at the time, wasn't he? Wearing a leather outfit. It was AC/DC, rock and roll, Aerosmith, that kind of stuff. It was in the 1990s, wasn't it? Up to number 12 on my list. Number 12. What is the 12th best Copperfield show? It's the Orient Express show from about 1991. This show, I loved it. This show, he did a great trick in the show where he, obviously we know, levitated and vanished the Orient Express carriage, didn't he? He did trip on the Orient Express in Europe and levitated and vanished the Orient Express carriage. He also did a trick where he turned a motorcycle into a set of people, and he also did some very good magic. I think he did the illusion with the 3 ghosts pop out from underneath the 3 cloths and the 3 dogs appear. And also he did on it, I remember he did card stuck in balloon trick. He did that on the show. He also did the fountain levitation, didn't he? Just check the show out. I put this down as his 12th best magic show. The levitation with the Brazilian fountain levitation is just truly superb. Best thing on the show. He levitates to go on the fountain. Trick done by Doug Henning, and it's a beautiful magic show. The fountain levitation is the best thing on the show. But the vanishing on express carriage was done in a big warehouse, you can probably see on the screen, and it was a great vanish of the Orient Express carriage. And he had all its really right round in 360 degrees right round the Orient Express carriage, and the Orient Express carriage has completely disappeared. And it was an amazing big budget illusion. It cost a lot of money to do this illusion, and I mean, no one's done it since. I think the Masked Magician tried to give it away a few years later, but it still stands as one of the great big illusions Copperfield did back in the 1990s when he was at the height of his powers. I saw him perform myself around this time. I was caught in London, England. And I love the vanishing Orient Express carriage. It's a terrific illusion, and he really wanted to do some really groundbreaking. Okay, getting up to the next show, number 11 on my list of top 17 of the top shows, Copperfield. Number 11 is the second show, 1979, I think it was. Copperfield did a load of normal magic. He did a sort of detective routine. He did an incredible opening illusion with dancing handkerchief round a big cabinet. Again, his performances, was he 20 years old? Performance is staggering. Dancing, movement, incredible performance here again. He was a master of stage performance. And here he is levitating a crystal ball. This was done to Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, and he just beautifully levitated this a crystal ball around the stage through the hoop with enchanting the girl. Again, this is romantic magic done with a plot of romance and love and mystery in it, weaving magic with romance and love to make it kind of a new effect. So magic, as good as it is, when you weave magic with story, love, romance and plot, you get a higher dimension of magic, don't you, really? And that's how it really works in magic. And Copperfield was a master of weaving emotions, love, sensuality, sexiness with magic to create a new kind of effect. And that's why he's pretty better than a lot of magicians, because of that. He was a master. And this show, I think this show had on it, I remember the detective routine he did in the show, like a kind of Raymond Chandler routine in the show. But I most remember that the opening routine with the dancing handkerchief and also the floating ball in it. This was a show that featured Alan Allen was in it as well. My friend Alan Allen, who taught me magic, was in this show. And he and I said to each other, this is the best this show. This is probably one of his best shows, but I rate it now at number 11. Number 10 is The Ghost Show from 1995. This is one of his last ever shows, 1995 Ghosts. This is Copperfield doing a brilliant show. He did a lot of, didn't he do a seance and levitate the table in the show, didn't he? I think he also did the blade illusion where he cuts himself in two with a giant blade. He also did other bits in the show. I remember very clearly the blade illusion being one of the best illusions in the show. And it's a great magic show with some social bits of magic. It's kind of the end of his TV career, wasn't it? He did a big sequence with making ghosts appear in a seance and ghosts fly around the whole auditorium. He also made people appear from the cabinet from nowhere. He vanished and made them appear from a cabinet from nowhere. This is an illusion called 13 illusion, wasn't it? It went on to become controversial because I think someone got, years later, he got in trouble, didn't it, when someone got allegedly injured in the illusion, members of the public involved. But it's called 13. This is from the show, but the actual show is a terrific magic show. And I love the ghosts sequence. To get the show, Google it. Get the show up on YouTube yourself. Copperfield Ghosts from 1995. It's a set of beautiful magic, floating tables, levitation in it, I think. There's also incredible blade illusion in it as well. And I love that. And also the fan, that he walks through a fan in it at the beginning of the show. The music of U2, and the people appear out of the cabinet in the mysterious ghost illusion, the end of the illusion. That's number 10 on my list of best Copperfield shows, the Ghost Show from 1995, and it's a guest show. Number 9 on my list is Portal Show. This is the last one, did 2001 show. This show comes at number 9 in Copperfield's top listing of shows here, from 17 down to number 1. What's his best show? This is Paul. This show, of course, is him teleporting himself from the auditorium to a beach in Hawaii. Very amazing trick at the end of the show. He does a lot of magic in this show. This show is a really long magic show. He, as I recall it, he teleported himself from the theatre, I think it was in Boston, was it? Massachusetts, over to Hawaii. And that's true. Check it out. It's like Star Trek teleportation. He also levitates some guys in a big sofa, big chair. He makes 2 girls disappear, vanish in thin air, and the most beautiful vanish in the middle of the show, which is the best trick I think ever did, the vanishing girls in it. Check it out. He also does some mind reading bits and pieces in the show. He does a whole load of illusions in this show. There's a lot of magic in this. He appears at the beginning from a sheet, which is the illusion you see here. These guys hold a piece of metal, and he appears from nowhere in a sheet. And this is a great illusion, actually, at the beginning of the show. This is a big show. He had the audience right all around him, 360 degrees, in this big, massive rock and roll auditorium. He was 41, was he 42, did the shows? He's pretty old. And he shows it. He's an older guy in this, but he's a mature and more experienced guy. And he's a bit jokey and naughty, but it's a funny show. Number 8. 8 best of his show is his Statue of Liberty show from 1983. Why is the show good? Because this is a show that sealed his name as the world's greatest magician by many people, because he vanished Statue of Liberty, of course, the world's biggest ever illusion ever done. The show overall wasn't the best. He did the trick where he shrink Eugene Levy, the actor, shrink him to a little dwarf, didn't he, man? Didn't he? He also did that. He also Of course, the big trick, vanished Statue of Liberty, the end of the illusion. He also levitated the girl. Statue of Liberty, of course, wonderful piece of magic, never done since, and that's 42 years ago. He had an audience at Liberty Island. He raised a curtain. The Statue of Liberty disappeared in the darkness and thin air. At the time, I was so baffled. The audience were real audience at Liberty Island. They really couldn't see how it worked. He got criticised at the time for having fake people, but actually because he had a real audience sat there watching this, and they really saw Statue of Liberty disappear in thin air in front of their eyes and against the darkness. And they shone light through the space. The helicopter flew through the air, and the camera zoomed in, didn't it? Very clearly, you can see very clearly. The camera zoomed in, smoke and everything. The helicopter on the top flew over, and you could see that the ring of lights. The Statue of Liberty disappeared entirely. Where did it go? Nobody knows. He did bring it back as well, of course. He did bring Statue of Liberty back. The audience were really stunned on Liberty Island. And is it the world's greatest illusion? Yes, it maybe is. It's certainly the biggest illusion ever done. I know he vanished in an airplane and he walked to Great Wall of China, but and he also escaped from Alcatraz and all these other things he did. But the Statue of Liberty remains historically a very significant piece of magic for the 20th century. Never seen anything done as big since. Maybe he'll make the moon vanish, I don't know, but he will. This illusion was genuinely a very real piece of magic technology performed back in 1983, and probably the biggest illusion ever performed. That's weird. Okay, we're down to number 7. Number 7 of the top Copperfield shows is Grand Canyon Show, 1986. It's 1984 show, Grand Canyon. This is where Copperfield levitated over the Grand Canyon. Remember that show? Check it out. Google this one, Grand Canyon Show, Copperfield 6. He also he did some very clever routine with Webster Duck, where he did a slow motion duck routine, which is one of the best routines I've ever seen in magic, called slow motion duck routine. Very funny routine with a duck. Back in the day, was with ducks and doves and ducks were popular in magic back in the 1980s. And the big trick at the end was a big Houdini escape from the water torture cell, as you can see on the screen. And he was put in a water torture cell and literally tortured for minutes inside the water tank. He couldn't breathe at all. He was upside down, and he literally. It was an incredible trick, it wasn't, as I say, incredible trick, as you probably know. And he had tried to escape with a big blade of metal above his head, and he had to get out of the case before the blade of metal came down and killed him. And it's a great piece of magic, isn't it? It's still shaking to this day, watching this done. And then he nearly drowned, didn't he, doing this escape illusion back on that show. It's a great magic show. Check it out. There's lots of good magic on it. I think he also did, apart from this amazing escape, he vanished a giraffe, was it? A giraffe's neck, wasn't it? He did the routine with Webster. He did some beautiful romantic routine where his girlfriend went missing and vanishes and she appears at the railway station. Love that routine. That's number 6. Okay, down on my list of magic now. We're down to number 6. Sorry, it's Bermuda Triangle Show. This is Copperfield's Bermuda Triangle Show at number 6 from 1988. This is Copperfield, of course, was wowed the audience by the buzzsaw illusion. This show was broadcast in 1988, 1989 in the UK, and of course he saw himself in 2 with the giant buzzsaw, death saw. A lot of people thought, and still do, this is the best trick of all time, best illusion of all time. Personally, think it's the best illusion of all time, perhaps along with Darren Brown's gun routine. But this is a great routine, cutting the 7-2 with the giant buzzsaw. In the show, he also did a trick where he I remember he swapped did he pull the duck's head off the routine, didn't he? That was one of the tricks he did. It was all just camera tricks. It was all just magic tricks, sorry. He also, at the end, of course, he did a vanishing himself in the Bermuda Triangle, wasn't it? And made a boat appear in it. So it was a great magic show. There's no doubt the buzzsaw was the best thing in the show, by far. I love also, he did a very good routine on a boat. He was on a yacht, wasn't he? He was like Mammy Vice in the show. He's like Don Johnson in this show, isn't he? He's like Mammy Vice. He's on a yacht. I think he did the thing where he changes his hair and glasses on a yacht by magic. He made a bit of coal turn into diamond in his hands on the beach in the yacht. And then after he goes yachting, he's back at the Bermuda Triangle and disappearing in it, sucked into a pyramid in Bermuda Triangle, isn't he? Just check it out. Just Google it, guys. Google the show. Look at it. He vanishes in the pyramid. He appears in a big triangular structure, and at the end of it, a big boat appears in the show. The whole show had a very high budget. I think it's the most expensive bit of television one of ever in the 1980s. The illusion itself at the end cost over $1 million to make it. And I think the buzzsaw illusion again was very expensive. I know that I remember Paul Daniels tried to buy it. I think a lot of other magicians tried to steal the buzzsaw illusion we got cut into. But this show is a thrilling magic show. I love it. That's coming to number 6, Bermuda Triangle. Number 5 now is Alcatraz from 1987. This Alcatraz show was my favourite show back in the 80s. I love this show. He escaped from Alcatraz, you remember, in the show. He began the show by an amazing escape below a table of spikes called the Table of Death illusion. And again, he's tamed up in the Table of Death and the spikes come down. He has to escape. The show is full of very clever comedy magic too. I love the show. There's more routines with the duck appearing, duck disappearing. He loved the duck, didn't he? The Webster duck routines back in the 1980s. He also, as I remember, did spike himself in the spike, didn't he? He went on the spike illusion and spiked himself in the spike illusion to a very dramatic illusion. Just Google the show, guys. He does amazing spiking illusion on the spiker. It's done to the music of Phil Collins, so I don't care anymore. And also he did a mind reading illusion, a big white chalkboard. He does a very clever routine with the kid called the Kid Buster routine. Kind of Ghostbuster routine where the kid disappears and reappears and is squashed flat as a pancake in a box. And then, of course, he escapes from Alcatraz at the end. He walks through the cells of Alcatraz cell, vanishes in the cardboard box and appears in a helicopter. And it was a great magic show. Technically, it was outstanding. The magic outstanding. I love the close-up. He gets some coins and makes the coins, melds the coins into keys to pick locks in Alcatraz. And I love the Alcatraz escape. It's done beautifully bit by bit. He escapes from Alcatraz. I've made many videos on this illusion, and many people analysed the illusion. But it was a great show, and it was broadcast quite a few times back in the 80s and 1990s. Various times because it was so technically outstanding magic show. I've never seen a show much better than that. Copperfield's performance, demeanour was so great. He was about 30, wasn't he? So he was fairly young, 31, 32, and he was fairly young at the height of his powers. Check this illusion show out for the amazing Spark illusion at the middle of the show, also for the amazing Table of Death illusion, which is we're watching on the screen. He escaped the Table of Death illusion. Remember that was done also, a very similar version by Wayne Dobson in the UK did a version of it, and I think Paul Daniels did a version of it. And Very Dangerous Illusion, I think invented by Andre Cole, but Table of Death is striking beginning to show. So Alcatraz show comes in at number 5 on my list of magic shows. Number 4, okay, in the shows. 4th best Copperfield show is China. Yes, Magic of China from 1986. This show's great because it was pioneering. He literally flew a plane around from America right round to communist China. And he literally did an illusion where he appeared, as you can see, in front of I think in the Hidden City, he appears in a glass case in smoke with the two beautiful ladies. That was done beautifully. That was really pioneering. Also, he did an amazing illusion, as you know, at the end, where he walks through Great Wall of China, literally walks through Great Wall of China. You've probably seen it, and you must Google the show, guys. Look at the whole show. It's 40 minutes of amazing magic with Ben Vereen hosting it. He walks through Great Wall of China at the end of the show. He also made a girl's middle disappear and a startling illusion performed to Phil Collins music. I remember that. Kind of reminded me a bit of Miami Vice, the show. It was very Miami Vice. It was 1980s, wasn't it? That kind of stuff. In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins. He does also, I think he does a trick with an old man, where an old man's bike breaks and he mends the old man's bike, and he also floats a child at his fingertips, floats a little kid. He also levitates a girl in the Chinese embassy, American embassy. He appears in the glass box in the Forbidden City here, along with Walker's Great Wall of China. And that was pioneer. Remember, this is communist China in 1986. And, no Americans were ever there doing magic shows. So the Chinese love Copperfield, and they invited him to come to Beijing and perform these amazing illusions of Beijing. So here he is, walking through a Great Wall of China. And this is a great show. It's the best shows of all time. Big budget, no expensive spare magic show. I loved it. Okay, that's great. Number 3, okay, the best Copperfield magic shows. Number 3, the Vanishing Aeroplane show. This is the best show in many ways. It's important because it's a show that broke him big style around the world. He got a Learjet, I think, in Las Vegas airport or something, and down the area, and he literally got this massive Learjet surrounded by people, and the Learjet just disappeared in thin air. And it's a stunning illusion. I mean, how stunning is that? It's an absolutely stunning illusion. He also did great piece of magic on the show. I think he did a version of the ballerina trick where he made a girl, he had a ballerina toy, turns into a real ballerina, goes back to being a toy again. It's such a brilliant sequence of magic. I love it, the ballerina illusion. The best thing on the show is that he also did a trick where he cuts a girl from the Dukes of Hazzard, Daisy Duke. She gets cut in many pieces, didn't she? That trick's amazing in it. And also he does a very funny routine with a giant orangutan or something. Remember that? That's a very funny routine. Those are days when animal magic was kind of popular. It's 1981. This was filmed in 1981. At the end of this show, he just vanishes in an aeroplane on this concrete asphalt runway like this. And it's just truly a sensational illusion. And people around the world, I think the radio in America went bananas when how the strip was done. He jammed the switchboards around the world with how the strip's done. It was shown in the UK 5 or 6 times at this one magic show, just because of this illusion. It was incredible. Great magic show. It's important because it was the big magic show that really brought Copperfield to the fore of world-class magic, making magic bigger than ever, and it was great. Okay, number 2, what's the top 2? Number 2, my list of top magic shows, Copperfield. Number 2 would be Flying Dream. Big show. Why is it? Copperfield thinks this is his best magic show. That's why he loves it. It's also great because the illusion was wonderful. He flies around the stage like Peter Pan. No strings, no wires, no hot air. Flies through hoops, through glass boxes, up and over the audience's heads. He picks a lady up and flies around with her like Peter Pan. Stunning, groundbreaking illusion. I preferred the buzzsaw, but this illusion was groundbreaking back in 1992 when it was invented. And again, he used pioneering technology to do this amazing illusion, fly around the whole stage, and it was great. Also, the show also features him appearing from a lift at the beginning, the lift of heaven. Great illusion. Also, I think he gets squashed like a little flat as a pancake at one point in another flat. He also does a very good trick, I think, with Orson Welles, which is very good. And a kind of a card trick with Orson Welles, an old trick with him, even though he passed on. And also, he does a trick where he uses his mind powers to make some mercury metal turn into a shape someone's thinking of. So there's amazing mind reading magic in it. And also he does amazing Flying Dream at the end of the show. It's beautifully done theatrically well, build up, emotions, story and everything else woven together with the magic to make the magic even better. It's a great illusion. It's called Flying Dream, of course, 1992, and it's the second best, I think, of Phil's shows. My second best vote in this show. And it's wonderful seeing the illusions. Okay, number 1 best show. What's number 1 best show? My favourite Copperfield show, number 1, is number 11. It's called Copperfield's Explosive Encounter. This is my favourite magic show, Copperfield's 1989. And this is a show where I love this show. This is my favourite magic show of all time. I prefer this over other magic shows I've ever seen for other magicians over the years. It's beautiful magic. The pair of motorcycles is fantastic at the beginning of this show in the white box. The show is just a great stream of illusions, really, isn't it? And he does the origami box beautifully with Joan Spina. I think that's my favourite illusion he ever did, actually, where he does a beautiful balletic dance routine. The girl gets squashed in a tiny box called origami box, and that goes in the show. I think that was done to the music of Peter Gabriel, wasn't it? Mercy Street. So, the music choice is terrific in this show. He's Pet Shop Boys, Peter Gabriel, Sting, The Police, Mozart in the show. He also does the show. Of course, he does other stuff. He also does a beautiful levitation between 2 rods. Rod levitation done again with a kind of emotional marital, getting married theme to it. And of course, the big illusion, the end of course illusion, is when he escapes from the tower block. The tower block, I think it was a big hotel block, wasn't it, in Charlotte, Carolina? And he gets locked in a case inside the tower block and this big building, and the hotel block. They blow it up. They demolish it, blow it up completely, demolish it completely flat. And he actually appears in the car park, doesn't he? With all that's around him. So vanish from the blowing up hotel, appear in the car park. What a great trick, seriously. A very dangerous illusion. I don't know how dangerous is that illusion, seriously. It's an amazing dangerous illusion. He also does Dancing Tie, Finn John's Dancing Tie on this as well, this show actually, as well. I remember that so well. And I think he also does the elastic bands through each other. I think the whole show, there's a bit of mind reading someone's phone number he does as well. Whole show is a masterpiece. Go and look it up. The Explosive Encounter, 1989, Copperfield's best magic show. It's perfection all the way through. Great music, lighting, performance, artistry, okay, inventiveness, okay. But I gotta say, I really do think the Explosive Encounter escape at the end is one of the best, amazing escape of all time. Seriously, very dangerous, Copperfield. I don't know how he did it. I don't know why he did it, but he did do it. But it's a great illusion. So there you have it, guys. That's the top 17 to number 1. Copperfield's great selection of brilliant, amazing magic and illusion shows. Going back all those years. Check them out, guys. Google them now. Go get on the lines. Google all those shows. 17 to number 1, Copperfield's amazing range of magic shows from 1980s to 1990s. Dave Copperfield, the world's greatest magician. Check out his amazing magic shows, guys. They're wonderful, incredible magic shows. Number 1 is the 11th show, Explosive Encounter. It's number 1 on my list. Make your own list below. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your top list of these shows is, guys. Copperfield's legendary magic shows from 1980s and 1990s. Go check them out, guys. They're a lesson in magic and illusion. Hope you love this video. Like, subscribe as always, guys. Share the videos, please do. Keep sharing and likes the videos, please do, guys. And check out my channel of nearly 800 magic illusion videos and Magic Mics channel. Love you all, guys. See you soon. And I'll be saying goodbye for now, guys, okay?